Hello stampers. This project is a gorgeous project that you can hand deliver to the recipient. It is, I guess it's the envelope. Well, the whole thing is you make your own envelope and the card comes out at the top like this. And you can see the inside of the paper if you like. It's really simple. It looks like you spent a lot of time, but you really don't have to. And if you look at the back, you see this nice little detail of the flap. I really like that. Now, this is retired DSP. It is called Petal Promenade Designer Series paper. But we currently have some paper, pressed petals, I think, that you could use. It's also retiring in place of this paper. But I had it and I love it. I think it's gorgeous paper. This is also one I made that was really, really quick. This, I just wanted to show you, I know the ribbons don't match, but I wanted to show you how you don't have to decorate the front with a sentiment if you don't want to, but you can decorate the inside with some designer paper. This is the Parisian DSP. And on the back, I used a piece of that same paper that was going to be discarded maybe, and made a pocket. So if you want to give a gift card, you have a pocket that you can put in there. And this is your whole gift right here. I love that idea. So you can just hand your gift and a card all in one little sweet package. So here's the one we're going to make right now. And again, this is the Petal Promenade paper. And you can see that it is Blushing Bride, Grapefruit Grove, and Petal Pink. Those are the three colors in this paper, particular sheet. And this is some paper that matches, so I'll put that aside just for now. So here we have a piece that is cut at 9 1/4 by 6. So right off the top, you know you can get two envelopes out of one sheet of paper. So it's 9 1/4 by 6. On the long side, this side here, you're going to score it at 5/8. So that's one tick mark above the half for those of us who are ruler challenged. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1/4 plus 5. 1 is 5. So it's 5/8. Okay. Turn it around. And you're just going to score at 2 3/4. And at 7. That's all you need for that. So we'll burnish our score marks. This makes for a nice crisp pocket. Alright, now you're going to get your paper snips. I'll do it on this side so you can see it. It's hard to see on that floral side. So we're going to cut up here on the score line, and we're going to cut off this little section. I find it's better if you cut just above the score. A little trick, when you fold paper like this and you're going to make a pocket, you see this straight line? You want to cut it off and make it a nice little angle. That makes it so it's less bulky. Sorry, I think I got out of the shot. It makes it less bulky when you go to fold it, and it looks better on the back. So I'll do it again on this side. So we cut up just to the score line, and we're going to cut this off above the groove. And then I want to make that little angle. Alright. Look, that's all you've wasted out of that half a sheet of paper. That's awesome. I love that. So I want my flowers to show, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to fold it like this. Make sure that this is even up here. Sometimes I think I must fold it crazy when I go to the scoring tool. It's okay. We'll fix it. And then I like the flap on the outside. It makes it a nice edge. I'm just going to use snail for the video, or no, I won't, because I don't have snail. We're going to use liquid glue because you want a strong glue. So we're going to put a little bit just on the edge of this flap because it overlaps quite a bit. A little bit on that flap, and then a little bit on that flap. And there's your pocket. So, to make sure that the recipient knows they're supposed to pull, if the ribbon doesn't give it away, we have the 1-inch circle punch. And we're going to insert it just in the top layer, not the whole thing, just the top. The front, because this back has the seam, okay? So we want to make sure we go in the front, about halfway, and punch that little notch. Just like that. Now we're ready to decorate the inside. Let me close my glue. So here, I have got the Floral Essence stamp set. We're going to be using this beautiful flower right here and these leaves. So remember I showed you on the back of the paper what colors the paper had in it. So I had Grapefruit Grove, Crushed Curry, and Mossy Meadow listed with the paper. And even though I don't have, there might be a tiny bit of Mossy Meadow in that flower center. But for the most part, there's not any green. It still goes. So that's how I chose these 3 colors. It was on the paper. So I'm going to make my flower Grapefruit Grove. And this is a piece of Whisper White. And you can stamp just kind of random. Make sure you stamp off the edge. That gives it a really nice finished look. Okay, we've got flowers. Now we need some leaves. Again, it's Mossy Meadow. I think I was out of the picture for that. And then we'll stamp maybe one there. And these are nice flowers to use like this because they're open. And if you have to write over them when you're writing your message, it's okay because you'll still be able to see the flowers and your message. Then we got to do something with the center here. So we have the center of that flower, and I'm going to use the Crushed Curry. This is why I love photopolymer stamps so much. You can see exactly where it needs to go, and there's very little mistake because you can see right where it goes. So this one, at first my sample, I thought this might be a good wedding card or anniversary card, so wishing you a blissful future. It's the sentiment that's in the Floral Essence set right here. But for this card, I want to use a different set. I'm going to use Thanks for the Laughs. This is a new, or a set that was in the mini this year for 2020. And I really like How Did I Get So Lucky to Have a Friend Like You. That's a nice sentiment that you can send to just about anybody. So I'm going to use the Grapefruit Grove because I think it's a pretty color. And I'm just going to put that right here. I didn't go all the way to the top because, remember, we had that little notch in our pocket, and I don't want to see the sentiment sticking out. And that's all the stamping on that. And that is going to be adhered down to our grapefruit piece. I think I smeared it. Oh well. I got ink on my pad. Don't forget to clean your surface area if you're stamping without scratch paper. That's okay. It's handmade. So do you remember this thing? This Crop-A-Dile? I've had this thing forever. But it has a nice big hole punch right there. You can use a regular hole punch. I actually don't have one, believe it or not. All the office supplies I have, I don't have a hole punch. I know. So there's the hole. We're going to put just a tiny bit of ribbon, and this is some ribbon I think that came with that pack. It's also the Grapefruit Grove ribbon. Remember, use what you have. You don't have to go buy this exact paper. And Petal Promenade, if you like, not Petal Promenade, Pressed Petals Sweet has the pretty flowered paper if you like this flowery paper like that. Okay, there's our card. Oh, I forgot. We got to do the pocket. So this piece here, you know what? We don't have to get the paper trimmer. We can eyeball it just like this. I'm such a rebel. So you remember, don't put adhesive around the whole thing if you want this to be a pocket. Leave that top open. I think I made one sample and I glued the whole thing down without the pocket. And I didn't make the pocket. I was like, well, then it's just pretty on the back. So once that's dry, you can pull that out and put your card in, your gift card. But make sure that's dry before you put something in there. So the part is done. The envelope part is done. Now we just need to decorate the front. So I have a piece of that same piece of ribbon. And we're just going to make a nice, simple bow because the paper is so pretty. You don't need to put a whole bunch of stuff on there. Sometimes we get bogged down with all the extras. We don't need to. Put that ribbon wherever you like it. Now in this one we used the 2 punches to make our sentiment on the front. So here is circle punch. This is the 2-inch circle punch. And remember, we always stamp before we punch. Sometimes I don't remember to do that. Let's use another sentiment from this set. I haven't even used it all yet. How did I get so lucky to have a friend like you? How about you're the best? That goes. It's brand new. I can show you how to take it apart. So here's the, make sure you take off that backing. I have not put the sticker on yet because I just took it apart. So in this case, it's not really going to matter which way is up because we're going to punch it. So I inked it up in the Grapefruit Grove. Look, it's crooked. It's okay. We're going to punch it. Let me close this. So you make sure it's straight inside your punch. Looks kind of naked, doesn't it? Let's add another flower. Let's do a yellow flower. Oh, I know. Let's do second generation. I like that. Second generation, do you know what that is? When you stamp with full ink on scratch paper and then stamp the second time without inking in the middle. So here's first generation. Second generation. See how light that is? No, you can't. See how light that is? So ink it up, scratch paper, and then onto your piece, and there's a stamped image and the same color but a lot lighter. That was a lot of white space. I didn't like that. So now we're going to attach it to our circle. layering punches always makes your image look nicer, I think. So we're going to stick it right here over this ribbon, but I don't want it stuck to the ribbon because usually you tend to put dimensionals here and here. We need to put it at the top and bottom so the ribbon runs between them. So we'll put a dimensional there, one there, and now it's at the top and bottom so it won't get stuck to that ribbon, and it'll help keep that ribbon in place too. So now you can give your friend, you're the best, a thank you card, or maybe a gift card to Starbucks or Target or wherever, their favorite store. So we made a beautiful pocket card, and I added a little pocket on the back too for a gift card. And then I had some leftover butterflies laying here on my desk, and it's petal pink. It's that petal pink vellum. It's retiring in this book, and I thought I should use that little butterfly, and I had a couple of them. So this is the beautiful colored vellum. You get petal pink, daffodil delight, and old olive, I think it is. You get all three colors in one pack of DSP. Let's kind of tuck it in over here. It kind of gets lost, I can see that. But I have some of those gorgeous champagne rhinestones. Love these. This Take Your Pick tool, game changer, folks. If you don't have one of these, you have to get one. This putty end, I've used it so much. This putty end is how you pick up your embellishments. So you've got your embellishments here. You're just going to stick that putty on the edge of it and push down and kind of away from you, and it picks it up for you. And then you place it. So you push down on the edge of the embellishment and push away, and it'll pick it up. And then you place it exactly where you want it. I love this. It's the best tool they have come out with. And on the other end, it's got the piercing tool, a palette knife if you need something like that. And this is, you can refill this. So there's our card, a beautiful pocket card, double pocket card because there's a pocket on the back for your gift card. And it fits right in there to give to your friend. Thanks for watching.